Welcome to Community ArtsKitchen.
In this video, you will learn how to upcycle junk mail, magazines, or newspaper and turn them into gorgeous flower chains. What is upcycling? Upcycling, also known as creative reuse. It is the process of converting old or discarded materials into something useful, artistic, and beautiful. From trash to treasure. We are going to upcycle this junk mail into gorgeous flower chains. Supplies needed: junk mail or old magazines, scissors, a ballpoint pen, stapler, and a couple of handles from paper bags. Carefully remove the handles of a paper bag. They're glued on and you can just carefully remove them like so. We're going to use the handles as a holding strip to staple our flower chains onto. Look through your junk mail and select pages that interest you. Look for colors that you like and for patterns and designs that you like. I am using some pages that I ripped out of a furniture catalog. And here is another page that really inspired me with the lovely colors. So start with one page and fold it in half lengthwise, like so, and crease it nicely with your fingers, or you can even use your thumbnail to make a nice crease. Now we're going to cut along the crease, and I want to show you a neat technique you can do with your scissors. Open your scissors almost all the way, hold them with your thumb in the middle where the blades are connected, and slide it right in between the two magazine pages. Hold with your other hand flat on top and slide your scissors inside the fold along the fold, just like that. And that should give you a really neat, crisp cut. Now you have two sides and you're going to, or two halves. Now you're going to still keep them together like this, and you're going to fold it this way now. Short side, oops, you have to make sure that they're holding together. Short side meets the other short side. Again, fold and crease. And once again, fold and crease. And one more time, fold and crease. Once you have your paper folded, it should look like this. I want you to make sure to double check where the fold is. So this is the fold, and there are folds too, but here are also some openings. Make sure that the side where you have these open pages are going to face down towards your tummy, and up here where the fold is, the actual fold where you can only see the spine of the fold, make sure that's facing away from you. So here on the edge that's facing your tummy, we're going to draw a semicircle, half a circle that goes along the edge like so. Now we're going to attempt to draw 5 petals for our flower. The first two are half petals, one petal that's going to be partially finished because it's going to end up along the fold, and then 2 petals over here in between. So here I go. So this is the first half petal, with a curve like that. And I'm going to just try to match it over here as good as I can. Okay, now I'm going to, as I look at it, it looks like 3 hills right now. But this is going to be the center of the flower. Sometimes just to make sure I understand that, I kind of just color it in a little bit like that. We're gonna cut this out later. Okay, so here's kind of like, I think of this like my center petal. And please notice how I draw this in now. It's not finished, and it ends up right to be on the fold here. That's super important. This is what's going to hold your flower chain together. And then I'm just going to put one petal in between here and another petal in between here. Okay, now I'm ready to cut this out, and I'm going to use my scissors and really firmly hold the paper stack together. I like to use the back of my scissors when I'm cutting because usually the tips are not as sharp. Unless you have a brand new pair of scissors, I would recommend using more of the back of the scissors. Go carefully around and turn your project as you're cutting. Now I'm cutting this away, and please do not cut right here. This is again what holds your flower chain together. Then you come in from this side and turn and keep cutting the excess away. Okay, before you open it, don't forget to cut the center part of the flower away. And it's getting a little bit trickier now because the project is getting smaller to hold and maneuver in your hands. So take your time with that. Okay, it's gonna look like this. And now, my favorite part, very carefully, layer upon layer, open up your flower chain. And you're gonna end up with 2 of them. So here is flower chain number 1, flower chain number 2. And play around with the colors. So this is kind of like the darker side of the colors. Oh, I guess the other side is pretty dark too. This one is a lighter version. So when we're going to arrange these later on for display, you're going to decide how you want to have them hang and the colors repeat. I have now completed 1, 2, 3, 4 flower chains. I've used 2 magazine pages, and out of 2 pages I was able to make 4 chains, and I love how they turned out, and I love the variety of colors and textures on each of the flowers. So now you are going to assemble your flower chain to kind of like a curtain look, and what you're going to use is a handle from the paper bag that you have removed, and this is a nice sturdy paper that allows us to easily staple the flower chain on there. So think about your design. How do you want to arrange the colors? I am happy with my design right now with kind of like the 2 light browns matching on either side, and then I think I'm going to turn this one around so I have the 2 dark flowers up here, and they're all ending up with the lighter, whiter flowers at the bottom. So I quite like that, kind of like a gradation from dark to light. So now I'm going to take a stapler and start measuring how much space do I need for my flowers on there, and I kind of want them to be close together. So I'm going to put my first one here, and with my stapler Make sure you don't have your fingers underneath it. You're just going to staple, whoops, that's loud, the flowers on there, and you're just going to go all the way across until you have all of them fastened on there, and they're just going to beautifully dangle from that strip of paper. Once I finished assembling my beautiful flower chains and stapled them all to the paper bag handle, I put a heavy book on top of them to flatten and press them. This gives it a professional finished look before you display them. These flower chains look gorgeous displayed on a window or on a door or wherever else you find they would look beautiful in your home.
Thanks for watching. Community Arts Kitchen was created and developed by Barbara Libby Steinman and Anna Rochester. See you next time.